Winter, especially on cold, windy days, often calls for a source of heat when gathering with friends outdoors, not only to keep warm, but also to create a cozy atmosphere. Instead of carrying bulky gas stoves or expensive equipment, why don't we try making a compact, convenient stove that is both economical and environmentally friendly? Hello everyone, welcome back to Amazing Smart, the channel where we explore creative ideas, fun tips, and unique DIY projects. Today, I'll bring you an exciting experience, building a simple heating stove from discarded materials, perfect for those cozy outdoor gatherings during the cold winter season. Step 1. Removing the paint from the cans first. We take 2 empty WD-40 cans. These spray cans are commonly used for rust prevention or lubrication. Once empty, they are usually thrown away. But in fact, they are made of strong metal, heat-resistant, and can be recycled into useful tools, since the cans are covered with paint. Leaving them as is makes handling difficult and less aesthetic. So, we use paint remover to strip off the coating. This process should be done in a well-ventilated area to avoid inhaling fumes. Safety notes: always wear rubber gloves to protect your skin from chemicals. Wear a mask to avoid inhaling solvent vapors. Work outdoors or in a breezy area for ventilation. After cleaning, we'll have 2 shiny metal cans ready for the next steps. These will form the basic frame of our mini stove. Step 2. Marking and cutting next. We need to create a fuel and wick opening. Use a ruler and marker to draw a square on the can's body. This will serve as the door or slot for inserting fuel and steel wool. When cutting, use a mini cutter or handheld grinder with a metal cutting blade. Cut slowly along the marked lines for a neat finish. Sparks may fly during cutting, so wear protective goggles. Once done, we'll have a small opening large enough to work inside the can. This is the door of the stove. Step 3. Drilling and attaching the valve. This step is crucial for safe fuel supply. Drill a small hole at the top of the can. Insert a bike valve, the same type used in bicycle or motorcycle tires. Advantages of using a valve: compact and easy to install. Allows control of fuel flow. Prevents overflow or backfire. Thanks to this, we can safely add alcohol fuel even while the stove is burning, without dismantling anything. Step 4. Preparing the wooden base to keep the stove stable. We need a square wooden base. Drill and fix 4 corners with screws. This will hold the entire stove system. Then, use metal hooks to create a frame across the wood. This frame secures the can, preventing it from tipping over during use. Notes: The wooden base should be about 2 to 3 centimeters thick for strength. You can coat it with fire-resistant paint or insulation for durability. Step 5. Placing. The can and adding steel wool. Place the first can onto the fixed frame. Inside, insert steel wool. Roll of steel wool. Acts like a wick. Absorbs fuel and keeps the flame steady. Distributes heat evenly, stabilizing the fire. Prevents direct burning of liquid alcohol. Reducing explosion risk. Step 6. Making the lid from the second can. Take the second WD-40 can and drill multiple small holes into its body. These holes allow airflow and ventilation during combustion. Then, cut off the top of the can and slice it horizontally. This piece will serve as the lid for the alcohol container. Functions of the lid: retains heat inside, helping the flame last longer. Prevents dust or strong wind from extinguishing the fire. Adds safety for outdoor use. Step 7. Pouring the fuel once the frame and lid are ready. Pour industrial alcohol into the container. Notes: only pour enough to sustain the flame for the desired time. Do not overfill to avoid danger. Use a small funnel to prevent spillage. Step 8. Refueling during use. A unique feature of this design is that we can add fuel through the valve even while the stove is burning. Advantages: the flame won't go out midway. No need for complicated disassembly. Safer than opening the lid directly. Step 9. Igniting and testing. When everything is ready, light a match or lighter and gently ignite the steel wool inside the can. The flame will quickly catch the alcohol, burning evenly and brightly. At this point, use a thermometer to check the heat level. If the temperature is stable and the flame consistent, the stove is working successfully. Principle of operation: this stove works on the principle of alcohol evaporation and combustion. Alcohol absorbed by steel wool evaporates quickly. When ignited, the vapor burns and produces heat. Ventilation holes supply oxygen, sustaining combustion. Steel wool acts as a wick, stabilizing the flame. The valve ensures safe refueling without risk of backfire. Practical applications: this mini heater stove can be used in many situations. Outdoor camping, compact and portable. Perfect for winter picnics or camping trips. Place it at the center of your group for warmth and cozy light. Family gatherings: ideal for backyard get-togethers, adding warmth and atmosphere. Emergency use: during power outages or lack of heating devices. It provides temporary heat and can boil water or cook simple meals. Survival activities: for adventurers. This stove is a handy tool in the forest, mountains, or emergency situations. Environmental benefits: one big advantage of this project is its eco-friendliness. Recycling discarded materials. Empty WD-40 cans are reused instead of thrown away, reducing metal waste. Clean fuel: industrial alcohol burns cleanly, producing little smoke compared to wood or coal. Reduced reliance on fossil fuels instead of gas or oil stoves. This DIY stove uses easily available fuel, lowering fossil fuel consumption. Scientific analysis: the stove relies on several scientific principles. Alcohol evaporation with a low boiling point. Alcohol evaporates quickly when exposed to air. Steel wool increases surface area, speeding up evaporation. Combustion process: alcohol vapor ignites easily, producing heat. Ventilation holes supply oxygen for stable burning. Steel will function, holds fuel, prevents direct liquid burning, and stabilizes the flame. Valve safety principle controls fuel supply, allowing safe refueling without opening the lid. Performance optimization tips to make the stove more efficient. Try these tips. Adjust the number of ventilation holes. Fewer holes for weaker flames, more holes for stronger combustion. Choose suitable steel wool. Thicker wool keeps the flame longer, thinner wool burns brighter. Control alcohol amount. Pour just enough, avoid excess. Add insulation under the wooden base. Protects surfaces from heat damage. Use a smart lid. Design an adjustable cover to regulate flame intensity. Safety precautions. This is extremely important since we're working with metal, cutting tools, drills, and flammable fuel. Always place the stove in a ventilated area away from flammable objects. Do not overfill with alcohol and keep children away while in use. Wait until the stove cools completely before moving or storing. Keep a mini fire extinguisher or water nearby for emergencies. Wear goggles and gloves when cutting or drilling metal. Never use the stove in enclosed spaces, as alcohol fumes may accumulate dangerously. Thank you for watching this video. If you found this idea interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Amazing Smart so you won't miss our next creative DIY projects. This mini heater stove made from WD-40 cans is not only a creative product, but also a great example of smart recycling discarded items into useful tools. See you again in the next video.